Good morning, children. Today we are going to read and understand a story named The Clever Jackal. Children, this story is taken from Panchatantra. Panchatantra is an ancient Indian collection of interrelated animal fables with morals. A great scholar named Vishnu Sharma wrote Panchatantra tales long time ago. Now, children, before we start the story, there is a question. Have you ever found yourself in a difficult situation? How did you come out of it? Yes, children. At times we get stuck into a very difficult situation and we are not able to understand how to come out of it. Children, in such situation we have to be very patient and we have to think wisely. Children, in this story we will see how a clever jackal came out of a difficult situation. So children, let's read this interesting story and try to learn something from it. Once upon a time, there lived a cruel and ferocious lion in a deep forest. He killed and ate any animal that came his way. All the animals of the jungle were afraid of him. So, children, once in a deep forest lived a ferocious lion. Ferocious means violent, inhuman, or you can say who doesn't have any mercy on anyone. So, this lion had no mercy on anyone. He used to eat away any animal that came his way. Children, came his way is a phrase which means to meet someone unexpectedly. Like we are going somewhere and we happen to meet someone, that is came his way. So, this cruel and ferocious lion used to attack and eat away any animal which he came across while he was moving in the jungle. And because of this, all the other animals were extremely scared of him. Let's move on to the second paragraph. One day, all the animals decided to hold a meeting in order to solve this problem. The wise old owl proposed that each day one animal should go to the lion as his meal. This was not the best solution, but since the animals were tired of living in fear all the time, they reluctantly agreed. They all went to the lion and told him about their proposal. The lion agreed. So, as the animals were tired of living in fear of being eaten away any time by the lion, they wanted a solution for this. So, all the animals decided to conduct a meeting in order to get a solution for this problem. Among them was an owl who was old and wise. He proposed. Children, proposed means suggested. So, the wise old owl suggested that every day one animal should go to the lion's den as his food. Now, although this was not the best solution, but since the animals didn't have any other option and they didn't want to live in fear all the time, they reluctantly agreed. Reluctantly means unwillingly, not wanting to do something. So, even though the animals were not very happy with the solution, still they agreed to the owl's suggestion. Now, children, there is a phrase in this paragraph living in fear. Children, this phrase means to always think about a scary thing or event. Now, all the animals were in constant fear all the time that by chance, if they come across the lion on the way, they will be definitely killed. So, all the animals in the forest were living in fear. All the time, this thought of being killed used to haunt them. So, since they were not having any other option, the animals reluctantly agreed to the wise old owl's suggestion. And after the meeting, all the animals went to the lion's den and told lion about the proposal, to which the lion agreed. Let's move on to the third paragraph on this page. The animals decided among themselves to take turns to go to the lion. The first day, a deer was sent to the lion. His wife, the doe, cried all day. So, as the animals had decided that they'll go to the lion as his meal whenever their turn will come. And so, the first day, it was the deer's turn to go to the lion as his meal. This was a very tragic moment for the family of the deer. As the deer was going to become the meal of the lion, his wife, the doe, knew that now it is the end of her husband, and so she kept on crying all day. Children, when we lose something which is very dear to us, which is very precious, we feel sad. Similarly, the doe was extremely sad, and so she was crying of losing the deer who was her husband. Children, doe is a female deer. Deer is the masculine gender, whereas doe is the feminine gender. So, doe was the wife of the deer. Let's move on to the next page. The next day, a rabbit was sent. Her little children were very upset and did not eat anything for 3 days. A whole month went by in this way. The animals were sad to see their friends and family members leaving one by one, but there seemed no solution in sight. So, children, after deer, a rabbit was sent to the lion as his meal. The children of the rabbit were very sad, and so they kept on crying. They didn't eat anything for 3 days. In this way, a whole month passed, and the animals kept on going to the lion as his meal as and when their turn came. All the animals were in great pain, seeing their friends and family members becoming the lion's meal day by day. Now, children, there is a phrase in this paragraph, last line, no solution in sight. It means when no solution can be found. So, since the animals were not having any other option, they were not having any possible solution to this problem, so they couldn't do anything about this thing. Let's move on to the next paragraph. One sunny morning, it was the turn of the jackal. His entire family came to say their final goodbyes. Like all the other animals, he also did not want to go to the lion, but he left all his friends and family members half heartedly. As he was walking towards the lion's den, he came up with an idea. He deliberately walked very slowly and reached late. The lion was hungry, and hunger had made him angrier than usual. So, children, after a month, it was Jackal's turn to go to the lion's den as his meal. All his family members came to say their final goodbyes. Children, to say their final goodbyes means to say goodbye for the last time, as all the family members knew that the jackal is going to be killed by the lion and is not going to remain alive anymore. So that is why they all came to say their final goodbye to the jackal. Now, although the jackal did not want to go to the lion's den, but still he left half heartedly. Children, half heartedly means unwillingly. So, since the jackal did not have any other option, he left for the lion's den unwillingly. And while he was walking towards the lion's den, he got an idea. He deliberately started walking slowly. Children, deliberately means knowingly. So, deliberately he started walking slowly towards the lion's den. And because of his slow pace, he reached very, very late to the lion's den. Now, every time the lion used to get his meal on time, but this time, due to the deliberate slow pace of Jackal, the lion had to wait a lot, and so he was extremely angry due to his hunger. Children, let's move on to the third paragraph. By the time the jackal arrived, the lion was ready to eat him up at once. The jackal very respectfully apologized for being late and informed him that he had set off with two of his friends as part of the lion's meal. However, on their way, they were attacked by another lion who said that he was the king of their jungle. The other lion had then eaten both his friends. It was with great difficulty that he had managed to escape. So, children, now before the lion could attack the jackal very respectfully apologized. Children, apologized means to say sorry. So, the jackal very respectfully apologized, or you can say he said sorry to the lion for being so late. He said that there were two more animals with him and they all had set off on time. Children, set off is a phrase which means to begin journey. So, the jackal, along with the two other animals, they had set off, or you can say they had started their journey on time. But on the way, they were attacked by another lion who said that he was the king of the jungle. The lion attacked and killed the two animals who were with him, and it was with great difficulty the jackal had managed to escape from that lion. Let's move on to the next page. The lion was furious on hearing this. He ordered the jackal to take him to the place where the other lion was. The jackal took him to a well. The lion saw his reflection in water and thought it was the other lion. He was so angry that without thinking, he pounced at his own reflection and fell into the well. He struggled for some time but finally drowned. So, children, when this lion came to know that there was another lion in the forest who had eaten the two friends of Jackal, which were supposed to be his meal, he became very furious. Furious means angry. So the lion was very angry upon hearing this from the jackal, and out of anger, he ordered the jackal to take him to the place where the other lion was. Now, as per the idea and plan in his mind, the jackal took the lion to a well. When the lion peeped inside the well, he saw his own reflection in the water, and in anger, he thought that there was other lion inside the well. Now, out of anger, he immediately pounced at his own reflection. Children, pounced means jumped and attacked. So, the lion immediately jumped into the well to attack the other lion, which was his own reflection. Now, children, out of anger, this lion could not think that he was being fooled. So, in this way, the lion fell into the well. He struggled for some time. Children, struggle means to try hard, to make an effort. So, the lion tried hard to come out of the well, but all in vain. It is not easy to come out of the well. So, after some time, he finally got drowned into the well. Children, drown means to die by suffocating in the water, as it is not possible to breathe in the water. So, he got suffocated and finally he died into the well. Let's move on to the next paragraph. The clever jackal's intelligence had saved all the other animals of the forest. They were very thankful to him and lived in the forest peacefully ever after. So, children, as all the animals of the forest were living in fear because of this lion, but according to them, there was no solution to this problem. The jackal came up with this idea to get rid of the lion, and due to which finally the lion was killed. When the other animals came to know about this, they were very happy and thankful to Jackal, as the lion was no more there to attack them and their friends and family. Now, children, every story teaches us something. So, we learned something from this story also. From this story, we learn that though the jackal was small in size, but then he used his intelligence to fight against the mighty lion. Similarly, children, sometimes we also find ourselves in extremely difficult situations. Rather than giving up, we must think patiently how to tackle this problem. So, the moral of the story is intelligence wins over might. This is the moral of the story. Now, children, before we move on to the comprehension part, I request all my students to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications of the upcoming tutorials. Children, you can share your name, your school's name, and the city in which you live in the comment section. Let's move on to the comprehension part. Question number A. Fill in the blanks using the words given in the help box. Now, children, in this question, some words are given in the help box. We have to use them in the blanks which are given below. Let's start with question number 1. The animals of the forest Dash agreed to send one animal every day to the lion as his meal. So, children, out of the options which are given over here in the help box, the suitable word which can be used in the blank will be reluctantly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. So, the animals of the forest reluctantly agreed to send one animal every day to the lion as his meal. Question number 2. The jackal Dash walked slowly towards the lion's den. So, the jackal deliberately walked slowly. Deliberately means purposely, knowingly. So, knowingly, the jackal walked slowly towards the lion's den. In this blank, we will write deliberately. Third, the jackal very respectfully dashed for being late. So, the jackal very respectfully apologized. Apologized means said sorry. So, very respectfully, the jackal said sorry, or you can say apologized for being late. Fourth, the lion was very angry. In his anger, he dashed into the well to kill the other lion. So, the lion was very angry. In his anger, he pounced into the well to kill the other lion. Children, pounced means jumped and attacked. So, here the correct word to be filled is pounced. Fifth, the jackal's dash saved the other animals of the forest. So it was the jackal's intelligence which saved the other animals of the forest. Let's move on to the next page. Question number B. Answer the following questions in one or two sentences. Question number 1. What kind of a king was the lion? Answer. The lion was a cruel and ferocious king. Question number 2. What did the animals of the forest decide to do? Answer. The animals of the forest decided to hold a meeting in order to solve the problem. Question number 3. What did the jackal do when it was his turn? Answer. The jackal deliberately walked very slowly and reached late. Question number 4. What excuse did the jackal give for being late? Answer. The jackal very respectfully apologized for being late and informed the lion that he had set off with two of his friends as part of the lion's meal. But on their way, they were attacked by another lion. Question number 5. What was the lion's reaction to the jackal's story? Answer. The lion was furious on hearing this. He ordered the jackal to take him to the place where the other lion was. Question number 6. How did the jackal save the lives of the animals of the forest? Answer. The clever jackal's intelligence had saved the lives of the animals of the forest. Question number C. Write the qualities of the following animals as they have been described in the story. Now children, based on the story, we have to describe these animals. First is lion. The lion was a cruel and ferocious king, as he used to eat away any animal which he used to come across. Second, owl. The owl was wise, as he suggested a solution to the problem which all the other animals were facing in the forest. Third is jackal. The jackal was clever and intelligent, due to which the lives of many other animals of the forest were saved. Let's move to language structure. Unscramble. Question number A. Unscramble the letters to form words with the help of the meanings given. Now children, here in the first column, meanings are written. In the second column, the jumbled letters are written which we have to reorganize to make a word which means the same as in column number 1. So first one is good luck. The jumbled letters are given. When we organize these letters, we will find that it makes fortunate. Fortunate means being lucky or having good luck. So children, we can make a sentence using this word fortunate. We are fortunate to have such wonderful parents. Second, the meanings are impressive, splendid. And the jumbled letters are given. Children, if you'll rearrange these letters, you will find the word magnificent, which means impressive or splendid. Children, we can make a sentence using the word magnificent. Taj Mahal is a magnificent monument, or Lotus Temple is a magnificent monument. Let's move on to the third one, information or skill. So children, the jumbled letters are given. If you'll rearrange them, you will get the word knowledge. Knowledge is information or any skill. So the sentence which we can form is, we read books to increase our knowledge. Fourth, a small hill. Now children, if you'll rearrange the jumbled letters, you will get the word hillock, which means a small hill. The sentence which we can make using hillock is, the children are playing on a hillock. Next is fifth. The meaning which is given over here is dangerous. So if you'll rearrange the letters which are given in the jumbled letter section, you will get the word ferocious. Ferocious means dangerous. Lion is a ferocious animal. This can be the sentence. You can form your own sentences as well. Sixth, great surprise or wonder. So children, when you will rearrange these jumbled letters, you will get the word amazing. We all have amazing qualities. This can be the sentence using amazing. Let's move on to the next page. Singular, plural. We have already learnt how to change singular nouns to their plural forms. Now, let us discuss about the plural forms of nouns that, first, are totally different from their singular forms. For example, child is a singular form and its plural form is children. Second, are same in the plural as in the singular form. For example, dear sheep. Third, do not exist. For example, advice, information. Fourth, do not have their singular forms. For example, trousers, pants, scissors. They are always written in the plural forms only, they don't have their singular forms. Now, children, based on this above information, let us try to do question number B. In the following sentences, change the nouns in colors into their plural forms and rewrite the sentences. Make other necessary changes wherever needed. Now, children, whenever we change the form of any noun in a sentence, the helping verbs which are coming into that particular sentence, they also change. For example, is will become are, is we use for singular noun, are we use for plural noun. Similarly, has will change into have, this will change into these, that will change into those. Now, children, keep these things in your mind and let us start with question number 1. Keep your knife, fork, and spoon ready for use. Now, children, here knife, fork, and spoon are colored in red. So, we have to write them into their plural forms. So, knife will become knives, Knives, fork will become forks, Forks, and spoon will become spoons, Spoons. Now, children, let's rewrite this sentence again after changing the red colored nouns into their plural forms. So, it will be like, keep your knives, forks, and spoons ready for use. Let's move on to the second sentence. The tiger has eaten up the sheep. Here, tiger and sheep are shaded in red color. So, the plural form of tiger is tigers and sheep is sheep only. Children, in this sentence, you have to take care of this helping verb has. Has generally is written with singular nouns. When we will convert this tiger into tigers, then we have to convert this has into have. So, when we will rewrite the sentence, it will come up like, the tigers have eaten up the sheep. Third sentence, can you shoot that deer on the hillside? Children, the plural form of deer is deer only, and the plural form of hillside will become hillsides. But children, here you have to take care of the helping verb that. That will get converted into those when we will rewrite the sentence into its plural form. So the sentence will become like, can you shoot those deer on the hillsides? Now, children, before moving to the fourth sentence, I want to tell you one rule. Children, this rule is called as subject-verb agreement. In a particular sentence, if the noun is written in the singular form, then the verb which is associated with that noun is always written in the plural form. That is, we will write an S at the end of those verbs. Like here, the owl sleeps all day. There is only one owl, singular noun. So, we will write S with the sleeps. And if the noun is written in its plural form, then we will write the verb in its singular form. That is, without S. For example, the owls sleep all day. Many owls are there. Owl is written in the plural form. So, with sleep, which is the verb, we will not write S. So, the owls sleep all day. Children, the same concept we have to use in question number 4. The nurse looks after the baby. Now here, nurse, only one nurse is there. So with that nurse, looks is written in its plural form. But when we will convert nurse into nurses, looks will become look. And the plural form of baby is babies. So when we'll rewrite the sentence, it will come up like, the nurses look after the babies. Fifth sentence, what reply have you received from your uncle? The plural form of reply is replies and the plural form of uncle is uncles. So we will rewrite the sentence as, what replies have you received from your uncles? Sixth sentence, I need a new pair of trousers by this Sunday. Now trousers, the plural form of trousers is trousers only. But pair will become pairs. So when we will rewrite the sentence, it will come up like, I need new pairs of trousers by this Sunday. We will remove a from the above sentence. Seventh sentence, this boy along with that child, plays with a toy. Now, here boy will become boys, child will become children, and toy will become toys. Now, again, same thing, children, you have to take care. This will become these. This is written with singular noun, and plays will become play. Now, let us rewrite the sentence. These boys, along with those children, play with toys. Eighth sentence. This mouse is too clever to get into that trap. Now, children, we all know that the plural form of mouse is mice and trap is traps. So, this mouse is too clever to get into that trap will become these mice are too clever to get into those traps. Next is grammatically kinds of sentences. We already know that a group of words making complete sense is called a sentence. There are 4 types of sentences: statement, question, request or command, exclamation. Now, children, let us try to understand about these type of sentences through examples. Let us see the first one, statement. It is very hot today. Now, this is a simple statement with a full stop in the end. Next is question. Where are you going? Now, this is a question, interrogative sentence, where you can see a question mark is there in the end. So, in this sentence, question is being asked. Let's see the next example. Please give me a pen. Now, here you are requesting somebody to give you a pen. So, this is a request statement. Next is, what a lovely house. In this sentence, there is an exclamation mark in the end. So, such kind of sentences which expresses joy, sorrow, or any other kind of emotion have exclamation sign in the end. Now, children, there are different terms which are given to different types of sentences. Let us know about them. The simple statements beginning with a capital letter and ending with a full stop are called as assertive sentences or declarative sentences. For example, it is very hot today. So, this is an example of an assertive sentence. The sentences that ask questions are called interrogative sentences. For example, where are you going today? Such sentences starts with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. Next is exclamatory sentences. The sentences that begin with a capital letter and end with an exclamation mark are called exclamatory sentences. They express feelings of happiness, sadness, anger, shock, or surprise. For example, what a lovely house. Now, this sentence expresses the feeling of surprise. So, it is an exclamatory sentence and it will end with an exclamation mark. Next is imperative sentences. Imperative sentences make requests, give orders, make suggestions, or give advice. They begin with a capital letter and usually end with a full stop. For example, please give me a pen. Now, in this sentence, we can clearly make out that there is a request which is being made. So, this is an imperative sentence. Now, children, based on this information, let us try to do question number A. Write the kind of sentence against each of the following. Now, the sentences are given. We have to find out whether these sentences are assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences, or imperative sentences. Let us start with first sentence. First sentence is, don't disturb me. Children, in this sentence, we can clearly make out that here somebody is ordering someone. So, whenever order, request, command, or suggestion is being made, that sentence falls under the category of imperative sentences. So, the first one is an example of imperative sentence. Second, won't you come to school? Now, here the question is being asked. There is a question mark in the end. So, this is an interrogative sentence. Third, it is raining outside. Now, this is a simple statement starting with a capital letter, ending with a full stop. No request, no suggestion, no command is there. So, this is an example of assertive sentence. Fourth, never tell a lie. Now, in this sentence, as we are suggesting someone not to tell a lie, suggestion is there. So, that is why this sentence is an example of imperative sentence. Fifth, oh, I have hurt myself. Now here after O there is an exclamation sign and it is telling the feeling of pain. So this is an exclamatory sentence. Sixth, put the books on the table. Now in this sentence, we are ordering someone to put the books on the table. Order is there, command is there. So this is an example of imperative sentence. Seventh, the earth revolves around the sun. Now this is a simple statement suggesting the fact that the earth revolves around the sun. This sentence is starting with a capital letter, ending with a full stop. So this is an example of assertive sentence. Eighth, where is my new dress? Here there is a question which is being asked and there is a question mark in the end. So this is an example of interrogative sentence. Now children, let's move on and learn how to convert assertive sentences to interrogative sentences. A statement can be turned into a question by changing the order of words and by using words such as do, does, did or was. Children, we use does with singular noun or pronoun such as he, she, it, etc. And we use do with plural nouns or pronouns along with I and you. For example, I, you, we, they. We and they are plural pronouns. Children, did is always used if the sentence is written in the past tense. We also have to observe the helping verbs which are coming in the sentences. We have to shift the places of these helping verbs in the beginning of the sentence and put a question mark in the end of the sentence to convert it into an interrogative sentence. Now children, some of the examples of helping verbs are is, am, are, has, have, was, were. There are many more helping verbs which you can go through in this table. Now children, based on this information, let us try to do question number B. Change the following statements into questions. Let us see the first example. Statement. You have a pen. Now children, we have just understood with you, we will use do to convert the sentence into a question. So the answer will be, do you have a pen? Question mark in the end. Let's move on to the next page. Second statement. He likes playing football. Now with he, we will use does because he is a singular pronoun. So does he like playing football? Likes will become like, L-I-K-E, like. Does he like playing football? Question mark. Third statement, Mr. Das has a new computer. Now here the helping verb has will come in the front. So to convert the sentence into interrogative, it will become like, has Mr. Das a new computer? Question mark. Fourth statement, Ali was late for school. Now here the helping verb was will come in front. So it will be like, was Ali late for school? Question mark. Fifth sentence, she enjoyed reading the story. Now children, since this sentence is written in the past tense, so here we will use did. So the sentence will be, did she enjoy reading the story? Question mark. Now children, here there is an important point which you must notice. With did, we always use the present form of verb. Like here, the verb is enjoyed. But when we will write this word enjoy with did, it will become enjoy. It will not be written as enjoyed. So did she enjoy reading the story? Let's move on to listen and tell. Say true or false. Listen to the sentences spoken by the teacher. If the sentence is true, clap your hands. And if the sentence is false, raise your hands. So children, this is an interesting activity that can be conducted in the class. These statements has to be spoken by your teacher and you all have to follow the instructions. Let's move on to be creative. You have read in the story how the animals in the forest were decreasing in number because the lion kept eating them. There are many animals whose numbers have diminished greatly and they have become extinct. Work with your partner and write a slogan for protecting animals in your notebooks. Children, animals, be it small or big, they all are very important for the ecological balance on our planet Earth. So children, you all have to work in pair and come up with some interesting slogans on protecting animals. I can give you some examples like save animals, save nature.
Animals' life is precious too. Be kind towards them. Animals are not options, they are necessary too. So these can be the slogans, and otherwise, you can come up with your own ideas as well. Children, just writing a slogan is not sufficient. You have to draw some pictures related to the slogan as well to make it little bit interesting. Let's move on to talk time. Describe any wild animal in the class other than a jackal. You can talk about its color, size, where it lives, what it eats, etc. Children, this is an interesting activity which can improve your oratory skills. In this activity, you have to speak a few lines about any animal you want. To make it more interesting, you can make mask of that animal and wear it while speaking. In the end, I'm providing you this worksheet for extra practice. So children, in this way the explanation of this entire chapter is done. Hope you learned something new in today's class. If you liked the video, do give a thumbs up. And in case you have any doubt related to this chapter, write the same in the comment box. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. All the best, children.